Hello there, great viewer. Welcome back. I've missed you. My name is TitusM9 or TitusM9, however you want to pronounce it. It's completely up to you. And this is episode 5 of my Let's Play videos, Paradise. Today I want to try something a little bit different. And I'm going to start this episode with a simple question that you can attempt to answer. And I'm going to give the answer at the end of this video. It's a bit of Minecraft trivia. Are you ready? What is the rarest item in Minecraft? If you think you know, pause the video and leave a comment. I'll let you know what the answer is at the end of this episode. I'm pretty sure that you'll all get this one. Go for it. Oh wait. Good. That's long enough. In this episode, there are a couple of things that I would really like to get done, and they are both on this to-do board. So, my bamboo farm, yep, I do still think I want to do some stuff on that, but that's not what I want to do today. Today, I want to work on my wool farm, or complete my wool farm, and work on getting my villagers set up in the town hall so that I can trade with them, finally. At the end of the last episode, I did realize that I had made one little tiny minor mistake, and that was that I had left all of my villagers that had bred right in here, super close to my breeding villages, and that meant that, well, there was only, I think, about 30 odd villages in total, including, I think, some of the ones from up there. Unfortunately, once you reach a certain number of villages in a specific area, they stop breeding. And I was watching them, they were bringing out the hearts, and then they were doing that little storm emoji, which told me that something was wrong, so I looked it up. And now I have moved all of my villagers down to this end. They are far enough away now that my villagers are breeding once again. And hopefully I have a few extras here. I have set AFK for a little bit and allowed them to multiply. I can't really count how many are here, but I'm guessing there's something along the lines of 50, maybe more, maybe a few less. I have seen them breeding again though, and I've seen several baby villagers moving down the lines. Now I'm sure, as you all know, villagers are a tedious task at best, and an absolute nightmare at worst, so I really want to plan accordingly for this one. I've got a lot of villages to move, and in hindsight, maybe it was a bad idea putting my villager breeder here, but it just means I'm going to have to build some more infrastructure, some railway networks that are going to lead to the end goal. Alternatively, I could just keep this glass containment going, and I could drive it through that mountain and make a beeline for the town hall, and then just have them pop out of there, and then rail them in from that point. But you see, if I do that, I'm going to have to remove all of that glass or whatever else I used to make this tunnel, and well, it just seems like a bit of a waste of time. Instead, I could just set up a rail system from here and move all my villagers over in minecarts, because they are going to have to be in minecarts anyway. The only way I'm really going to be able to get them into their little prison cells is dropping them through some Minecraft chute. However, I would like to let my villagers breed up a little bit more first, and I think the best way to do that is, well, start by getting some carrots and giving them to these guys, allowing them to breed a bit more, and then building my wool farm. So I'm going to start harvesting some more carrots, and let's get this wool farm done. Now, wool farms are quite simplistic in nature. They really only need a dispenser, and that will be placed on top of an observer, which will be observing this block here, and a little bit of redstone. Every time the observer observes this block updating, so when it goes from dirt to grass, or from grass back to dirt again, it will trigger the dispenser, use the shears, and shear the wool. Other than that, just under this block here, I'll be putting a hopper minecart, which I have already collected a bunch of, and that will collect the wool straight off this block when the wool drops onto it. There is one mechanic that is necessary for a wool farm to function properly, and that is that this block here does actually have to turn back into grass, because sheep don't grow their wool back unless they eat a block of grass. And in order to make this grass block grow faster, I'll be placing as many grass blocks around it as I can. Ideally, you would want this grass block to actually be above your block. That way the grass will grow a little bit faster, because grass does like to go down hills quicker. However, it's not really necessary, not in this instance anyway, when I'm going to be setting up a whole farm and it's just going to be AFKable. I don't need to worry about consistency with grass or an increase in speed. It's just something to note. So let's get into a quick time lapse while I put this wool farm together. Okay, here we are. The sheep farm is completed. This took me a lot longer than I was expecting it to. But it's finally up. I have 4 segments. Each one of these rows contains 16 sheep. And there are 4 lots of 16. So whatever that equals. 64. I've dyed the sheep every single colour that there is to dye. So I've got 4 sheep of every colour that is producing wool now. And this has been going for about 5 minutes. And that's not bad. However, I was collecting wool along the way, and a lot of it probably despawned as well. I just didn't have the infrastructure up to catch it all, and I wasn't going to put it up until I was finished. But I was collecting it every now and then, and with the coloured wool and some of the white wool, this is what I got as extra. But as well as that, before I dyed them, I was collecting white wool as well, and I believe this is just a small portion of what actually came out. You can see I've kind of just been littering it everywhere, which isn't good because I'm going to have to clean it up eventually. I have organised this in such a way where it should be easy enough to pipe all of the wool into wherever I decide to put my storage system in the future, but for now it's just going to sit in here. And yes, there is a lot of chests. I don't know why I put that many chests. I don't think I'm ever going to need that many chests. I might fill up one row if I'm here long enough, but it's very unlikely that I'll even get that far. Now I have all of these sheep, and they are just causing, well, sound pollution more than anything. So I think it's time that I made them disappear. So as you can see, I have set them all free except for 2. I kept these 2 and I just released them out into the wild. Oh, don't look in there. Now I'm keeping these 2 because if any of these sheep die or something happens, I just want to be able to replace them easily and not have to cart sheep in from somewhere else. So I'm going to leave these 2 here. I'm going to get rid of all of this fence, and I'm going to tie them up just onto a pole. That way they can stick around and I shouldn't have to deal with them that much. And now that the wool farm is finally finished, let us mark this off. Done. What do we have left here? Cobblestone generator. You know, I think I might scratch this one from the list. Now that I've got a beacon, I don't really have that much need for cobblestone. I already have 6 or 7 double chests full of cobblestone over there somewhere. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that one off, but maybe we'll think of something else to put there. So on that, I'd have to work on my villages and the bamboo farm. I don't think I'm going to get to the bamboo farm this episode, and part of me is thinking that if I do add anything else, maybe I'll just make it sugarcane, because I'm actually getting enough bamboo to at least sustain one furnace. And as you can see, it's kind of building up. I did just use a bunch of it to make some chests, which is so handy. I think being able to use bamboo to turn into chests is probably one of the greatest updates Mojang has ever brought out. But I do need some more sugarcane, so maybe I'll upgrade this with some more columns. And instead of doing bamboo, I'll switch out the dirt blocks there, grass blocks, for mud blocks, and grow some more sugarcane. It's going to be quite important, especially for the villagers, so that I can trade them some paper for more emeralds. Anything that I can do to get more emeralds is fantastic, because I don't at this point have any plans of making a pillager raid farm. I know you can get totems and you can get a bunch of different arrows from it, but you have a big need for that kind of stuff, at least at the moment. I mean, I don't even have netherite gear, and all of my stuff is breaking, so I should work on that before I work on anything else. This might work out really well, since I do plan on putting a centralized storage system somewhere here, and that might have just given me the prime location for it. Right here. Of course, I'll have to do a bit of cleanup before that, which is kind of bad because it means I have to move all of this stuff out and then move it back into the storage system once I've got a storage system up and running. So I'll essentially be moving it all twice. That doesn't sound fun, but I really do need to do something about the mess I've created around here. Meanwhile, my villagers have been breeding up, and I did have a bit of a problem over here once already, and that was just that my villagers decided that they were going to take suffocation damage or drowning damage because there were so many of them, and they were backed up into a too high water column, which was right about here. So I guess in saying that, most of these people are new, and I suspect that all of these people look like they are no longer single. They are sets of 2 or more. So hopefully I've collected enough villagers to load up the entire trading hall. Oh, I've got some stragglers as well. Couldn't get them back into the water streams. Just chuck them in boats. They will probably disappear at some point when nobody is watching. Anywho, for now, I think it is time for me to take a quick break and then do some planning on getting the villagers from there to... oh, it's gone. Over there. The long, arduous journey of getting my villagers into their new homes has begun. I have successfully got one villager in. It was a mildly unsuccessful in the start, but he did manage to go where I wanted him to in the end, so that's good. Let's see if we can make this one a little bit easier though. And break this block. Do that there. Stop him from moving his head out. Get those two, and I think I just pop a block here. Ah! Okay, this is what happened last time. So I'm just gonna pop them in there. Do that, lift it back up, and there we go. We got our chief in. That wasn't where I wanted him to go, but that's where he's going now. No problems there. Okay. And I can just replace this block. This is absolutely going to take me a long time. And I think my frustration in villages is probably going to peak at some point during this. That's 2 out of like 60 or something that I need to put in here. I haven't actually counted how many spaces there are. Think happy thoughts. Oh, and I'm going the wrong way. Let's see this one, attempt number 3. Can I get it first time? Who knows? Who knows? I almost want to pile them up and just bring them all over at once, but it's going to cause me some problems on the inside, so I'm almost forced to bring them in one by one. Unless I make a little track inside there that they can just go round and round in circles or something, then I think one by one is going to be the easiest way to get them all in there. Now, I've got everything blocked off here, and I'm just going to remove that. And if we just put those there, there, there. He's going to teleport on top of that block. I know it. Oh, no, he's not. He can't teleport on there. Can he teleport here? I don't think he can. Let's just make sure. Alright. Oh, and cart back, thank you. Gonna wait for him to stop trying to move forward. Actually, let's just. Ooh. Hey! Yeah, this is gonna be really annoying. And just get in. Just get in the hole. Don't even test me, buddy. This is my life now. I'll give you an update very, very shortly, probably. Probably pulling my hair out. Alright, quick update. I have finished the bottom level. Each corner has their required number of villages in them. And this took me about 3 hours, I think. So, an estimate of what it's going to take to get all of these filled up, I imagine. These ones here will probably be a bit more difficult because I will need to proof the back sections so that the villagers don't just teleport down there or up there every single time I try and take them out of their carts. But I also have another problem, which is, well, my villagers. Let me just turn off hitboxes. I've only got 2 left. I need to breed more, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. I will start getting the first lot prepared with their jobs while I wait for some more of these guys to be bred up. Now, I think this is still in range if I'm over there, but I'm not entirely sure, so I'll have to double check that one. If it's not, then it's going to take me a little while to build back up the villages in order to fill up the second story. For now, I'm going to get some villagers traded with some jobs, and hopefully I can get some really good books. I'm going to start with some librarians, probably. Start building up some emeralds, and hopefully get some really good books. I suppose I need to decide which books I'm after. Which books do I want, and which books do I not want? I'm back with another update. Just let me get out of here. I trapped a zombie in here so that I could fill up the little gaps around the corners for my villagers, so that I could turn them into zombified villagers. And here you'll see that I've got 3 of the 4 corners filled up with villagers of different jobs. So I've got cartographers here. I can't remember why I chose the cartographers, but I'll let you know as soon as I remember. We've got some armorers. This is just in hopes that they have some armor that I might want. I can see that I'm not going to have any chest plates, which is perfectly fine with me because I wear an elytra all the time, so it doesn't matter. And then here we go, we've got the clerics. Clerics are really good because they accept rotten flesh, but they also allow us to trade things like redstone and lapis, which can be quite helpful, especially in a pinch I've also got some rotten meat here. I brought over 6 shulk boxes, and I got rid of just over 3 on these guys before their trays locked. I can see that they're ready to trade again, and I might come back to that very shortly. Over here, we have masons. Masons are the ones that offer us the largest variety of blocks, and they also have some pretty substantial trades when it comes to collecting emeralds. You can see that I've collected just over 3 stacks of emeralds, which is not even close to being enough emeralds for what we're going to need. And in this last corner, we just have them jobless, because I'm not 100% sure what I want to put here. I do want to get some librarians going, but I'm thinking that for librarians, it may just be easier if I put them all up here, since I'll probably have more than a row of them. I suspect I might have a row and a half of the librarians. And if I'm separating them down here and upstairs, it's going to be a bit of a pain to go backwards and forwards for the random books that I need. As for the villager situation, let me take you over to the bread up villagers. And what is going on there? What is... Hello, what are you doing? Do I have a minecart? I do not have a minecart. You just hold on right there, buddy. I wasn't expecting that. Maybe I need to block off this little spot. I suspect a baby villager must have got out there and then crawled over the edge before... How? No, I don't get how that villager got there, actually. Yeah, it wasn't until I edited this that I realized there was a second villager just chilling out in the water. Right there. Because I would have Because I would suspect that if a baby came out here, the water stream would just continue to push them, and they probably wouldn't be able to push their way all the way up to the end here. It could be wrong, but I wouldn't have thought so. I thought this was quite safe, but maybe it's not. So let's just block this off with a trapdoor, and I can remove the trapdoor when I'm ready to take my villagers out. Now, while I am grabbing a minecart, I would also like to bring your attention to this now mostly open area, because I've moved all of my stuff over here. I'm thinking that actually for the storage system, I'm probably going to put it out here, out in the ocean. Obviously I'll build a platform for it first. It's not just going to be on the water. However, this here is quite a bit of progress towards getting to that goal. I don't want to pick those up. Now, where did I put my minecarts? I suspect there's somewhere over here. Perfect. First chest. Look at that. Brilliant. Alright, let's see if we can get this guy up onto a minecart. I'm not sure exactly how we're going to do that. Will he just get in? Will you... Can he get... Oh, he can. Okay. Let's push him. Let's just push him over a little bit. Yep, just stay there. Just stay there for me, buddy. Just stay there for me. Okay, is he going to get in? There we go. Alright, perfect. I'm going to push him back over this way. He can just stay right here for now. And I think it's right about time I let you in on the answer to that trivia question. So, did you guess it? Did you guess it correctly? Let's find out. Oh, I believe that I put it somewhere around here. The answer to that trivia question. Right. So, here? I think it was right here. Yep, that's it. And there it is. The dragon egg. The most rare item in Minecraft. The dragon egg. Did you get it right? Let me know down in the comments. It was close, I just about punched the egg. Who knows where it would have gone? Should we find out? Yeah? Let's just give it a quick little tip. Uh-oh. Okay. Not a problem. I've lost the egg. Whoops.